Recording in progress.
Got it. Recording
Yo.
is in progress.
Yo. Okay,
What's going down, man?
So I happened to, I peruse the workout spots or workout gym. Like, you see what's going on. You see do-rag, you see do-rag. You see do-rag.
We back on this bald nigga wearing a do-rag.
Do you see a do-rag though?
You trying to get your scalp to make waves?
See, that goes. What you just said right now goes into something else I'm gonna talk about.
Of course it is.
Let me go to what I was talking about. I made a comment that you sounded old, and so it wasn't an insult. It sounded like insult at the first glance, I know, but it really was an insult. It was alluding to the fact that I peruse the different workout facilities in the city, whether it be a 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness or
do you work out, or are you trying to talk to the ladies? To the ladies.
Definitely trying to work out. I think that's some creep shit. You know what I'm saying? And that might be a bunch of things, but people never really accuse me of being no creep. Like, setting up whole situations just so I can be with ladies. Like, I go to situations where ladies are at, but not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this here because it's girls. Yeah.
No, I mean, anyway. Like, you went to 24-hour fitness because there are some nice ladies there as well, and you might try to get your workout boo. Like, while you're on the incline machine, she might be on the decline machine, and you're just like, hey, man, I like your shoes.
Nah, okay. Definitely 100% no.
Gotcha.
I think that's a bad idea for me. I mean, it might be good for somebody else, but for me, that'd be a bad idea.
Where do you pick up women at?
Man, I try to do it as organically as possible.
I didn't say how, I said where.
That's what I'm saying. I try to be organic. So, there was a time when I would peruse there's two perusers in one show, by the way, if you know. Speaking of shows, what's the name of this place? This thing we're doing called?
Now let's begin the story.
That time, motherfuckers. Dub down, motherfuckers.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots podcast.
I'm liking that.
Yes. It is us. It is the magnificent, marvelous 16 Shots podcast with Young James Boogie and AR Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
What's up?
I'm trying to make a Z because I don't think there's no any Z gangs. I'm trying to see what the Z. That's a Z right there. Trying to throw up a Z so they can know I'm not throwing out any particular. But anyway,
what does the Z stand for?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing. So nobody can be mad at me.
Oh, okay.
Because if I do the other stuff, they're like, oh, it's a B or a C or a K or it's a whatever. But anyway, I particularly go to different gyms, and so I was, and I am a member of LA Fitness. I don't know if it's a plug or not, but they have some somewhat dope facilities. I'm not saying that because they pay me. It'd be nice if they did, but I'm a patron of their services.
LA Fitness is nice.
Yeah, but although they charge kind of be on some okie doke. But anyway, sometimes, at least at the center I go to. But anyway, okay, so they have a basketball going there, so I want to hit the weights a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm trying to get back to 200. I'm at 198, 192, trying to get back to 200 hard, you know what I'm saying? But I hit the weights a little bit, then I go to the gym to go shoot a little bit, shoot it out or whatever. So I see a young man that I worked with before, played with before. He goes to school with one of my other kids in Stratford or whatever. And so we're playing, right? Now, unbeknownst to the people there, and maybe the people on the show as well, I am what they refer to in the streets as double jointed. Like, that's not the real medical term for it, but I'm very double jointed. So, you know what I'm saying? My thumb does the back thing like that. I can, lock my fingers, and my knees aren't set. So I can put my knees back like that. I can stand back like things on Men in Black, right? Not all the way, but close to it, right? So I'm playing the game, and my foot stopped on a certain spot and caught the court real good. and my leg went all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Boom, the knee part, boom. And, you know, I was like, I couldn't get it back because it was stuck. You know what I'm saying? I had to kind of jerk it back and it came back, you know what I'm saying? And like, at that moment, I felt old. I was like, dang, man, my body is doing something that I can't control. I'm old. And, you know, the guy that was, one of the guys that was sitting down was like, man, what happened, man? I thought you was hurt for real. You know, I kind of fell down, you know, and he's like, I was like, nah, my leg had just got stuck. I feel old explaining that, man. I basically said I got a trick knee. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but that was the old, you know what I'm saying? I feel old, man.
Well, I mean, you are old though, Boog. You're aging. I mean, you're young, but you're young. Like 40s. Yeah. I even think 40s are still young, but to a 19-year-old, you're an old nigga.
That's not young, bro. Huh? 40s can't be young, man. How 40s gonna be young, bro?
I think 40s is still young, bro.
Young for what?
What you mean?
Young adult? I think young adult. Yeah, you're right. Young adult, but like physically, I ain't talking about I felt old in my mind. I felt old in my body. I still feel like
Bro, there are a lot of things you can still do at 40. I mean, Tom Brady is still playing football. He's been about 45.
Yeah, that's one.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're still hooping.
Well, name 29 of them.
I mean, Brett Favre did it.
Okay, that's two.
What's homie to play cornerback for the Redskins? I don't know why I want to say
Darryl Green.
Yeah, he did it. I mean,
that's three.
Vince Carter played into his late 30s.
That's four. Perfect. And so was Tom. Time
out, Book. How old are you?
I'm in my 40s, man.
So I'm saying, like, you still hoop at a decent level. So you're still young. Like, Dwayne Johnson still looks like he can go play D tackle.
Dwayne Johnson be 50.
That's what I'm saying. Have you seen Dwayne Johnson? He's
Yeah, but I think those. I'm not saying. To your point. I'm not saying there are many examples of people in their 40s being physically and mentally fit, but I'm saying that those are the extremes. Those are the anomalies. You know what I'm saying? There's more. Like how many 50-year? Okay, two reasons. Two things. Vince Carter, when he was playing for the Hawks, was not the same Vince Carter physically that was playing for Toronto.
No, of course Vince wasn't, but Vince Carter that played from the Hawks will probably walk in the gym right now and cook you.
Why do you keep? Anytime it's my cooking me, bro, the answer's gonna be no, man.
All right, that's your answer, which is rooted in ego.
It's rooted in ego.
The true answer,
no, not the truth, bro.
Vince Carter, Reggie Miller will still cook you right now.
Why they gotta cook me, bro? Why couldn't you have said they'll cook anybody?
Because you're the resident hooper on the.
They wouldn't cook me. So you feel like any NFL running back and run over you, every last one of them.
Marshawn Lynch will truck.
I said no. Now. I said every last one of them.
I'm not naming random NBA players though.
Well, I'm saying you telling me
you moved the goalposts. I named two greats.
Okay,
you moved the goalposts.
Okay, yeah, no, you named two greats. Okay. Well, who you think that right now? Warwick Dunn can run over you?
Yes.
You think right now Lorenzo White can run over you?
You're still naming greats, yes. Well, no. Lorenzo White probably 60-something, bro. No.
Exactly. But we ain't talking
about 60-year-old niggas. We're talking about 40-year-olds.
He's still in great shape, though.
We're talking about 40-year-olds, though.
You think Warwick Dunn run over you now, bro?
Yes.
Warwick Dunn is all of 140.
Man, bro, you're delusional, bro.
You think Warwick Dunn's more than 140?
No, I just said he's probably 205.
Warwick Dunn?
You're delusional, bro. Yes, Warwick Dunn will still cook me in a football setting. In a football setting, Warwick Dunn will still cook me. Yes.
I said I said we run over you.
Probably so, sure. He probably can step on my chest while he's doing it. I put on pads, he put on pads, me and Warwick Dunn goes heads up. Warwick Dunn probably still can squat 300 plus to this day. I can't. My knees won't allow it.
He gonna run over you with his arms.
Do you know how this works?
You said he can bench press, right?
I said he probably still squats 300 plus.
Okay. See, I thought you said push up. Throw up. But okay, so 300 pounds. So
you squatting 300?
That mean he can squat you.
You squatting 300? You putting 300 on your back and squatting it?
No.
I hate that. Yeah.
What that mean? You be saying some stuff that don't make no sense sometimes.
Hey, what you mean?
You just asked me.
I asked you, could you put 300 on your back and squat it right now?
You said, can I pick up 300 pounds on the squat machine?
I said, can you put 300 pounds on your back and squat it right now?
Yeah, and I said no.
Right.
And so now I'm trying to figure out what relevance does that have to work done.
Yeah, see, you clearly have been smoking too much. So what I said was, the question was, listen. The question was, do I believe work done will truck me now? I said yes.
Okay.
He probably will truck me and step on my chest while he's doing it. And then he said, work done for real? And I said, well, yeah, he probably can still squat 300 pounds right now. So the correlation of him being able to squat 300 pounds, meaning he still has that power in his lower body, the power that you would need to truck stick someone. And then I said,
hold on. I was question about. I mean, I understand the order of events, but I said, you think work done can still throw 300 pounds?
I'm pretty sure he can, bro.
Why?
A lot of them dudes.
I'm just asking. No, I'm just asking why.
What do you mean why? Why do I think that?
Yeah.
A lot of those dudes don't really stop their routines. So he probably still works out. Have you seen work done lately? Does he look like he's sloppy and out of shape? Does he look like he fell off?
He looks like a regular guy. He don't like
Work done probably still goes to the gym and throws up 225 to 300 on his back when he squats for fun. Hell, if I'm 41 with bad knees and I'm still squatting 225, I'm pretty sure someone who played in the NFL at the caliber he did can still squat 300. Some of this shit is muscle memory. It don't go away. You just stop doing it twice a day and every other day.
I mean, okay.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Now I'm thinking, I'm really thinking to myself, like, work done at 150 at 45 years old is squatting 300. I'm just thinking about it.
I probably still could.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, that's a lot of weight for any age. It's a lot of weight for any age.
You don't think you still can pick it up?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just analyzing the whole situation from a whole angle. And I'm like, okay, dang, work done. At some point in his life, we're assuming he could squat 300 pounds. Probably true. And so now, when he's retired, on the other side of 45, he continues to put that type of work in. That would be kind of amazing.
That's not what I said, though.
No, I ain't saying what you said. I'm just saying, if that's the case, if you said he could probably do it now, and I'm saying if he probably does that now, that's amazing, bro. Not doubting what you're saying. I'm just saying it's amazing.
I don't think it's that amazing.
300 pounds is amazing for anybody.
He probably was repping that shit, bro. There's no running back, and I could be wrong, because this is a blanket statement. I don't believe that there is any running back, fullback, linebacker, hell, fucking damn near receiver who made it to the NFL and wasn't casually repping 300 on the squat. I don't believe it. You don't make it to that level of play, that level of explosiveness, and you can't do that. So you've done that for years. It's muscle memory, bro. It's like you don't lose that shit. You might get a little out of shape, but you don't lose strength like that. He probably doesn't do it on a regular, but I'm pretty sure he can put 300 on a squat rack and rep that shit. And with that being said, my whole angle was I'm pretty sure he still has enough power to truck stick my fat lazy ass.
So I feel like, so now I'm gonna say, I could probably, if that's the case, then I should be able to squat similar to where I squatted when I was, at my physical peak.
When was the last time you squatted though? Like, do you normally squat just to keep in shape?
No, but I squatted for some years.
But I'm saying, do you normally squat? Do you like your workout routine? Is the squatting still in it? So I think if you just stop altogether No. But if you keep it in your routine, you might not be lifting as heavy as you once did, but you still it's in your routine. You still lift, so you probably can still hit a max. Like your max could have been, and this is just for an example, 385 on a squat when you were lifting heavy. But since you tailored it back, you just rep out 225 every time you squat. You probably can still throw 300 on the bar and hit it. It might hurt. You might not like doing it, but you probably still can hit it.
That's I don't know. I'm just okay. I'm just maybe I'm selling myself short then. But the other one you said that you said I'm doing a thing with the bald headed guy wearing a do rag, right?
What?
When you talking about the do rag, you said you're doing a thing with the bald headed guy wearing a do rag.
Oh no, I said, what are you doing? You're making waves for your scalp?
Yeah. And see, this leads me to the conversation about messages and who we take it from and how we take it, right? And I think that as a whole, a lot of times we're more encompassed in the messenger than the message. And I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about the messenger instead of the message?
How do you feel? Do you think that people are more encompassed in the message or the messenger?
I think it depends on the person. I think most people care about who the message is coming from as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying, yeah.
I think if the messenger is coming across a certain way, most people will miss the message because they might be turned off by the messenger, or they might be judging the messenger.
I agree. And I'm saying, like, I think that sometimes that can be counterproductive or even like not even matter.
You said counterproductive, like judging the messenger?
Yeah. Because
I can see that.
Because and even just adding on to that as well, it's like that people will say one thing about like, they're like, I'm trying to get this message that who it don't matter, I don't go to that place because of that person. But then if that person leave, I'm following that person. But if that person does something that's not in line with what we think he should or she should be doing, now I'm like, oh, you can't do those things that everybody does as human beings. You can't make mistakes because you say this type of message, or you people look at you in this way. That's kind of crazy, bro.
I think so. I'll say this. I think sometimes we get judgy as people because sometimes we forget that we're all humans. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has a past. But I also think you, as the messenger, you have some responsibility to somewhat reflect the message you're speaking. Like if you have a platform, and let's say if you're speaking about loving thy brother, nonviolence, mm-hmm. I can't also be the messenger who is encouraging violence. I don't think that works. I don't think I can get out here and encourage young boys to go shoot it out, but then get on my soapbox and preach about how we shouldn't be shooting each other in the community, if that makes sense. Or I can't live a lifestyle that is, I can't get on here and be like, hey man, y'all shouldn't be out here, with this violence, shooting everybody over blocks we don't own. But then I'm also out here living a lifestyle where I got my young boys shooting niggas on a block that we don't own. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you have to, your walk has to reflect your message.
I think, yeah, I agree with you, but I also think that there are so many instances where culturally we do the opposite.
What
like
do you mean?
Steve Harvey was divorced 2 times before he wrote Think Like a Man, all the stuff he did. with the self-help books and being married and trying to, you know.
He was divorced 2 times before he wrote a self-help book about how you can keep your marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but listen what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead.
What I'm saying, like, just like, how am I taking advice about from somebody who's had who not one divorce, but 2 divorces?
Well, let me ask you.
Like, it's one thing. Hold up, it's not one thing to have one divorce. Like, okay, but this happened twice, and now I'm telling you, I turn around and be the person that has the opinion of how a woman should or think like a man, not like a woman. I mean, whatever, think like a man, act like a woman.
Let me ask a question.
Like, how you? Yeah.
Well, when he wrote the book, how long had he been married to the 3rd wife?
I'm not sure, but
I think he had been married for an extended time. So I think you can look at it 2 ways. This guy is a guy, he was married twice. He's on the 3rd marriage. Seems like the 3rd marriage worked out. Maybe he figured it out. So maybe his way of helping others was writing a book, and that book explains how he figured it out. It's no different than the financial guru who's not scamming, or a business owner who writes a success book. And in that success book, you realize that he tried 10 other businesses or business models, and it didn't work. But his 11th try on the business model, he was successful. And so he wrote a book, and in the book, you can see the 10 things that didn't work, and he's giving you the game on the thing that did work and how he stays successful. So you can kind of look at it twofold. I think it's a difference if you're talking about a guy who's writing a self-help book or a book, period, about keeping your marriage and being faithful in your marriage, but he's living a life out here where he got scandal after scandal, and, you know, he got like 5 side chicks and 10 outside kids along with this marriage that you're trying to tell us that works.
I mean,
I think the true example of what you're saying is probably like the guy who tries to
Derek Jackson.
Oh yeah, that was homie who was out here persecuting us niggas, and then he was smashing somebody else, huh? Yeah,
I think
Derek Jackson's in the world.
I think Steve Harvey too, but not like, and it's not being negative, but I'm saying like what you're saying is that you have a threshold of like, well, you have a larger lenience of what you think that he could come back and get it right. He, you know, you just give him that leeway. But some people might be like, nah, he can't try 2 times, be wrong, and then come back and try to tell me like that's for them 2 times. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying somebody else might say 2 times is too many, no matter how the outcome is. Some people might say like, oh no, you know, it's different ways to look at it. Like, not saying yours is wrong, mine's right. I'm just saying that it feels like your perspective is just from one angle and mine's a different angle. But it's not saying we're saying the same thing though.
I don't think it's a different perspective. I'm just looking at it as a whole. Like, there are so many people who, like, I'm not finna say you can't tell me anything about business because you had 4 failed businesses, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you that shit. So
you surely can.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of business, man, I got a bone to pick with you, man. And we have a guest on the show, man. The wonderful co-founder of the Let's Talk About It podcast.
What's up, man? What's up with the Let's Talk About It? I ain't seen no updates. What's up, man? Y'all ain't potting no more.
We took a little sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
That means like when you sit back.
Nigga, I know what sabbatical mean, bro.
Oh, I know you do. I just, you know, for the people who don't know, because we have listeners that don't have.
2 people on the screen that got a real education outside of you. So
real, man. Both of y'all, didn't y'all schools have like
classroom party and things like that? Right.
Slumber party.
Look, we ain't saying we was in the class. We just saying that they had classrooms.
I was definitely in the class.
I definitely
every day.
Okay, yeah, but not a college and a half.
Every day.
Most days. And why?
Me and you got beef.
Hold on. I got beef with you, bro. Well, go ahead, y'all beef because I want to be on
you. I'm talking
about beef.
Me and you got beef.
Uh-oh.
Let me give it a grill. I like it rare.
Uh-oh.
Say it one more time.
Let me get my grill. I like it rare.
All right, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
It's not real. It's not real beef at all.
Obviously.
Man, I see you've been out here living your best life, man. I want to go on vacation too. I just want to let you know that.
Let's talk about this dress. How about that? Let's talk about this birthday dress she had.
Oh my God.
Don't act like you didn't see it, Dub.
Oh, it's fire, bro. I liked it. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
It was
fire.
I hit the like emoji, bro. You lead with hate.
I didn't say anything, bro. I haven't said anything. I'm about to say something.
Let's talk about the dress.
That's all I said, man.
Hey, man, when Bug do shit like that, it's some hate finna come out, man. That's all this nigga is for.
There could be no hate on that dress. Like there's nothing negative you can even say. So I know it's gonna be positive.
Was it like some serpents? I was wondering what the pattern was. I thought it was serpents.
They were
snakes.
Yeah,
nigga, that's what I said, nigga.
I mean, you're not biblical with it. Was it some serpents?
So you know what, bro? You the worst kind of nigga, bro.
How am the worst? How am I the worst?
You told me that. So since you told me that, I keep telling you.
Oh, and like, isn't that somebody call you the worst? Like you can't really go lower than the worst. Like, dang, man, I'm the worst. I can't be like this. A typo.
It was an amazing dress. Amazing.
Okay, so the dress, I'll describe it to the dress to the oh, it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna describe it to the listeners. It was like, it was a see-through, long-sleeved, black.
No long sleeves. There were no sleeves at all.
Okay, there was no sleeved, black see-through top with snakes slithering up the side around to the front, covering the areola, and then
really?
and slipping up down around the neck, right? As if to say that, we're going for the head next, but the head is too precious it can't be, because that's where the dress opens up at, and it's just face. And then the bottom was like a white.
It was black.
Okay, it was black.
Did you see the dress at all, my nigga? Shit. God damn. This nigga ain't described nothing. Nothing.
Let me see you a picture. So maybe you can. I'm seeing a picture so you can.
I definitely
describe the dress properly because
the motherfucking dress is on IG like 20 times, my nigga. How did you not see it?
And it
was. My memory, it's solid.
Jesus.
But it's shaky sometimes, Oh, it's really,
your memory shaky sometimes?
The bottom part is what I remember the bottom part because I was like, that's unique.
But did you though? Because
I would assume you would remember the top part more than the bottom. The bottom was just regular, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
First of all, nothing about it was regular. Okay. That's how I'm gonna stop you right there.
I don't mean he don't mean regular. He mean like the bottom part was like Versace-ish, like Versace red carpet, something like
it was very red carpet.
Yeah, and then the top was like Katy Perry. You know what I mean? Like Taylor Swifty trying to get her edge off. Oh no! It was like it's like a clean cut Miley Cyrus.
These are
what
odd names that you are
because they're breasty women who kind of are risque. They have like a risque thing.
At this
Miley
point,
literally just have nipples.
At this point, he's just bullshitting you.
See, man, he be changing the narrative, bro. But anyway,
like Miley literally only has nipples.
See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't mean it was regular. It kind of reminded me like what do you call them shits, bro? The tutu.
That's where I was going. Like it's like a ballerina tutu type thing.
I had to make sure I had to go. I knew I wasn't tripping. That's why I said
that's what I'm saying. The bottom was like tutu-ish, and the top was like little.
It's like classy OnlyFans outfit. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah, I don't know nothing OnlyFans.
I don't me either. I have no idea.
I've never been to an OnlyFans.
Bug has.
It was. it took me a while to put that dress together because I had an idea of what I wanted. You know, it's 40. I was turning 40, so it had to be big. So it literally just came together.
So you have a dressmaker that made it for you?
No, it was, I put it together. Like it was actually a skirt and a bodysuit. And I just found pieces that I liked and figured out how I wanted to look and did it.
Where did you find this bodysuit?
Women be happy. She just smiling hard, like
she not be happy?
It was such a memorable moment.
You don't feel happy when you put together a nice fit, my nigga?
Oh man, it was badass. Like
it was nice.
When I put it on, I was just like, bitch.
I just be tripping out. People be happy. Just, you know, you could be happy when you're happy, but when you happy like this, hey, eye closed, you can't even.
My eyes are not closed. I can be open, but no. Here's why I'm smiling so hard about it. Because what you guys don't know is, I styled this outfit without even having an idea of what I was showing up to.
Oh, you didn't know where you was going?
Had no idea.
It could have been like some old people from your family.
Let me see something. I was wearing that because it was a surprise party. I had it was a whole surprise weekend. They had a whole weekend planned out. And I had already told them, I'm coming red carpet ready. I don't care if the party was at McDonald's. That's how I was coming.
Who put this together? Like your homegirls or like your family?
A couple of my sisters and one of my really, really close friends.
Have we met any of them?
Well, yeah, you've met my sisters. My close friend who happened to also be my business partner. No, you've not met her.
What's she look like?
Wait a minute. Have you met? No, you're not. You haven't met her.
So none of the young ladies were there who he was giving his meat measurements to?
Yeah, they were all there.
Oh, okay.
They were all there.
Did I ever throw any numbers out? But can you remember me saying that it was, you know, Big Pun said
numbers, not numbers, just more like I wear 15
friendly insinuations.
I was still trying to figure out.
I mean, I don't think they even remember you at this point.
Damn.
Thank you.
You're not even memorable?
No. Well, because it wasn't like that. It was just like
exactly
fun.
He got invited. Like she invited him over, bro. Like she straight up told him to come through. And
she invites lots of people over. Like that.
So you're saying that your friend invites a lot of niggas over?
That I didn't say that. I said she invite lots of people over.
Gotcha.
People. I said people. Yeah. But no. So I had no idea, but I knew that's how I wanted to come. I also had a crown on. I don't know if you can see that.
No one was paying attention.
That's why I'm laughing at it.
What, the crown?
No one saw the crown.
Dub likes titties, man. That's what you're trying to say.
The crown? You need to go back. Go back and look at the picture.
Dub's trying to say.
I saw the crown.
Dub's just saying I like titties. That's what he's trying to say. He's just trying to say like I don't care if it's a fire. I don't care if it's like, you know, babies crying. I don't care if like if there's like nice. Look, there go Jesus over there. And you like talking about behind them titties over there.
Well, they are nice.
That's what he's saying.
Good friend.
You ever hold on. I got a question for y'all. Okay, so yesterday I was in the grocery store and I saw a Cheerios box and it said the most unbelievable shit I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I couldn't believe the shit. I was like, man, I knew at that point a camera gonna come on like, gotcha, because they could see my face. I was like, fuck. And then when I realized this shit was real, I was like, man, there's no way the world is gonna continue for too much longer. I saw a Cheerios box that had Coach Iced Tea on it. And it's like Iced Tea and it's like Coach Iced Tea. And I was like, if this Iced Tea, Coach Iced Tea, Coach.
As in the rapper.
As in the rapper Iced Tea. Like as in, and he had a box like this, coaching like with some glasses on.
What is he coaching?
Like, I don't know, some kids. I don't know, people. I don't know. Just like he coaching somebody. I'm like, damn, if they this is probably the worst coach Iced Tea.
I mean, he may be good. I mean, he's a great detective. So who knows? Like,
He is a great detective. That is true.
Talking about. I'm gonna tell you how these white people have messed with y'all brain and my brain as well, and we don't even see it. Was there ever an episode that explained why Tatua had this old West Coast accent, but had all his family in Brooklyn? Like they never explained how this West Coast dude got to Brooklyn.
He moved. Do you have to explain it?
No, everybody else had a story like my mom. See, you had all your history. Like when he's going to the neighborhood, he knew.
Yeah, because his wife, the son that he abandoned, they were all there.
Yeah,
but
and they don't talk
about where he grew up at.
They don't talk about how the hell he got to New York. That's like an easy storyline.
Greyhound man.
I don't know if anybody ever asked him.
They asked everybody else's history though. I know where everybody else come from. I know Stabler and his
But you know where he
son.
came from. He came from what you said, the Bronx, Brooklyn. Where he come from?
Yeah, if I'm saying it insinuated he's from Brooklyn, but why he got this West Coast accent?
I mean, maybe all you need to know is he from Brooklyn. You don't need to know how he got to Brooklyn.
He may have moved when he was abandoned when he was little.
But most people know you're from Third Ward, but they don't ask you how you got from Uganda to Third Ward.
They don't know from Uganda.
Oh, that is a question. How did you get from Uganda
to Third Ward?
And why Third Ward? From
my mother.
You came from like.
But that was like the fourth stop. But the short answer is my mom bought a property in Third Ward. We Sand Spring when I first came to Houston, and it was at that time, the 80s. They were selling off properties dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? All in the trade. You know what I'm saying?
Crack as well.
Yeah. So
you said what as well?
Crack as well.
They were selling cheap in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So
you from South Park though?
Who?
Same as South Park.
You nigga, where you from?
Me?
Yeah, you.
For Houston.
I don't like the wet. I'm looking the wet. The wet. I don't know what's it called. What's that style called?
Having hair, maybe, bro.
I was at the beach today, so I.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay. My fault. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. It's like I every time I feel like you're gonna do this and the screen gonna get wet. But that's what. But what we talking about?
Why you laughing? Why is that funny?
Why y'all laugh so hard, man?
Tell your story, man.
Why y'all together laugh so hard, man? Did I miss something? Is an inside joke that I didn't know about, man? I like to laugh too.
Man, that's my player partner from back in the day, bro. It's funny to us, bro.
Okay, I just, I'm not going to say the words I said again.
Same, and both our minds probably went to the left when the shoe went to the right.
They did. Tell your story, bro.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy? That's my player partner. What you talking about?
The words that I said, and now my mind's like,
what could it have
been? We are more alike than disalike, me and this person on the screen. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Whole screen, huh?
So Ice-T. Ice-T,
Tell
man.
your story about Ice-T, man.
Ice-T would play the worst coach of anything. Like
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I think
have you ever seen him when he's angry?
Well,
so you letting your idea of the messenger mess up the message?
Yes, because he's gonna try to kill me.
Well, we just talked about this book.
But still, I want to cut you off the teams and my dick on hard.
I doubt that.
First of all, he don't talk like that.
I can't do a good iced tea. It's hard to do. It's hard to do a hard gangster.
When people are angry, of course they're gonna seem mean, but
no. But so who you think strike more fear in your heart angry? Taylor Swift or Mike Tyson?
Taylor Swift. I'm scared of white women.
Swift.
Definitely scared of white women.
You said so. You both of y'all said Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me your black card, man.
What you talking about?
Now.
I'm 100% cool with Tyson,
Mike
bro.
Tyson?
If Mike Tyson was in the room with me, bro, I would be 100% comfortable, bro.
I've seen angry Mike Tyson, but here's the thing: if you've ever watched the mannerisms of Mike Tyson, it takes a lot to anger him, right?
Mike don't fuck with nobody.
Well, right, he doesn't. But angry black Mike Tyson and angry black me can have an angry moment and fully understand where this anger coming from, and we can calm it down. angry black me and angry white Taylor.
Don't understand it.
The anger is different, and we're not going to understand each other, and one of us is going to be in big trouble.
Time out, bro. Michael Iron Mike Tyson. Yeah. You're talking about Robin.
Yeah, okay. So here's what you're thinking is he's so angry he's going to hit you. That's not the type of anger I'm thinking about. Because if you're saying who would I prefer to hit me, Mike Tyson or Taylor?
I'm saying that when your coaches when they're animated, which a lot of coaches are, and there's always this point when they get a little extra, try to motivate you, whether it be through and when they get,
I've seen that.
So would you want to have Taylor Swift like, you better hit that shot? Or Mike Tyson said, don't miss any more shots or I'm going to cut to you in the back of the house.
Tyson.
Like, it comes to talk to Tyson. Like whatever you just did really sound the same. I don't know.
I know that's because that wetness is in your ear. You can't hear properly. That's what's going on. Because I refuse to believe that black people are not scared of Mike Tyson.
Why should black people be scared of Mike Tyson though?
Because have you seen what he's done to niggas?
But see, you know why you would be afraid of Mike Tyson?
Recently.
See, you would be afraid of Mike Tyson because you are an agitator, sir. So you probably would agitate Mike where he put hands on you.
Now he doesn't like to be agitated.
And Boog is an agitator.
No, but I'm saying. So
you'll probably get smacked by Tyson, bro, because you the nigga who will get around Tyson and not know how to act, and you will agitate him.
Wow. Who have I agitated? You
agitate everybody.
Okay. Hold on. Where
I'm agitated?
Thank you. I've never agitated Miss LA1 right there.
I was waiting to see if you was going to call me somebody else because we was about to have a minute.
No. I was trying to think of something fly to say.
No, you know what? Because I just don't take what you say serious enough to be angered.
Mike Tyson or me?
I'm saying you.
She doesn't take you serious, Boog.
No, okay. Let me say it a different way.
This beard is serious though, and Dub. Ain't this Dub? Ain't this?
Why are you asking me? I don't give
you
a fuck about your beard, bro.
You talking about you can't grow a bone man. You can't grow a grown man beard because you look at it now.
His voice.
Man, I don't know what he got going on, man.
No, let me rephrase what I'm saying. It's not that I'm saying I don't take you serious. I know that what you're saying is not like, ooh, I can't take it serious because it's not meant to be serious.
It's not. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what you're saying, and what you're saying makes sense. What Dub is trying to do is what fourth graders do when they try to get their friends to get in trouble. But I'm not going to do that, sir. You're not going to win. He's trying to entice me.
Fourth grade friends.
What the fuck is he talking about?
When
she literally just said she don't take what you say serious because she know you're saying it in a joking manner, bro. And
you hear him with the background giggles and sniggles trying to get me to.
That's what I said. Like I know you're not trying to be malicious, so so I can't get unnerved by it.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good segue. That's a great segue. How do you get that agitated then, bro?
Because you full of shit. That's why.
Hold on. What I'm saying.
Because I get agitated with you because two reasons. A, I know you truly know better and you say shit to piss me off. And you normally find me when I'm drinking tequila and you say the correct word that's going to piss me off, bro. And I know you know better. Like, when I say I know you know better.
Wait. How do you sit here and tell this 45-year-old man, I know you know better?
Because he know when I say I know.
Talk to him. Push the button.
Because when I say I know he knows better, like this nigga know half this shit he be saying. This nigga argues to argue, so he want to find a take and then roll with it. He don't be believing that shit because the next week he will literally say something totally different. But he wants to argue. He wants content. So he gonna go off on a tangent and he gonna say some shit that's
not true at all. Why do you always switch the narrative?
You started, I ain't switching no narrative. You started a conversation on this pod before she got on saying sometimes we miss the message because of the messenger. And then you turn around and you criticize Ice-T. That is exactly what you said.
No, I asked you, do you think that people put more faith in the messenger than the message?
That you didn't say anything about more faith, my nigga. You didn't say that.
Yeah,
you did not say more faith.
More energy in. I said, do people care more about the messenger giver than the message? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying.
But then we started our conversation and we talked about the problem that people are judging the messenger instead of listening to the actual message said messenger is giving. That's what we landed on.
I think sometimes that can happen when you're hearing things from somebody you don't want to hear it from, no matter how true it is, you can't hear it.
That's what we landed on.
Sometimes you can hear
what I'm saying
better for someone else. But I can't sit here while you just said to this 48-year-old man.
This nigga know better.
How come you keep first of all, you keep raising my age? And
it don't matter.
You are 45, bro.
She said 48 that time. You ain't listening.
You probably are 48, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. That's a perfect example of what happens. He's saying something that he think happened, it didn't happen, and I'm like, you missed.
I just can't believe you said to this possibly maybe 50-year-old man.
See what I'm saying?
You know better. Like he is.
Man, this nigga know better, man. Cause he knows better.
No
better than what, bro?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you know better because obviously you know him well enough to know that.
And you know what? Every time,
I'm not gonna say like he ain't shit because that's not.
No, that's not him.
But like you know he don't.
Although we did have a power where a young lady said he was an ain't shit ass nigga. But what I'm saying
who said that?
No, you want to put your business out there in the streets?
Say it.
I'm not saying that.
I don't know her name, bro.
I seen that. I don't know. Man.
Oh no, because you know who because you had both your girlfriends was on there at once.
You're finna pull the wrath of do-rag. See, now I got the whole do-rag out. You only had a piece of it now.
Right, you're waving up your scalp. You're right. So you know what? You're right. He's not the one that should know better. I should know better because every time I argue with him, I say I know better.
I have not known JB as long as you've known JB, and I'm not unnerved by him simply because I can't take him serious.
That's the problem. You not taking him serious. I'm taking him serious because I know he knows better than some of the shit he says. Some of the shit he says, I know he knows better, and I'm like,
you keep saying he knows.
Then what?
Why are you saying
know better than what?
You know better not to say that dumb shit.
Give an example.
I don't know. I don't have an example tonight.
I'm confused why you keep saying he knows better. Like what?
Because I'm the one who should know better. Is that what you're saying? I should really know better.
No, it's crazy that he feels like he has his take on it is like whatever. So I should know better. Like I'm like you say. Like I'm like I got bad. I'm a kid who don't understand. Like. If I
didn't say that.
If we disagree as one, that would.
But no,
I'm not saying that my take is better than your take.
But I would say from my perspective, when I hear you say that, he knows better. That's the way I would take it. Like, you know better. Like it's weird.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
So in our small tight knit circle, we have all been sitting around. Mm-hmm. And he has Boogie's nickname is Outlandish Boogie from time to time.
This nigga making up nicknames, man.
so I'm lying.
That's your name?
Lying. Somebody has called me Outlandish
Boog. So am I lying? I'm asking, am I lying?
My nickname is Outlandish Boogie.
Am I lying?
I don't think so, bro. That's not that I know of.
So you're not the outlandish nigga out the circle.
That's not what you said.
And we have not referred to you as Outlandish Boogie before.
Now I will say I've heard that name. See, I've heard that name be used before.
Exactly.
Maybe by you. Maybe by you, not by nobody else.
It probably was used when I wasn't around.
No, I think it was us having a conversation.
And this is what I be saying why he know better, because this nigga know that he's the outlandish nigga, and we've said like, bro,
I didn't say I wasn't.
We just have proof on Facebook, not even a week ago, about you and your outlandish ass takes.
So you saying because my take is outlandish, that means that I should know better than say something that I think is like.
I think you know better. I think you say shit to argue, bro.
Wait.
No, it's not, bro.
I think you say shit to argue, bro.
That's how you feel.
What that means.
It is how I feel. It's my opinion. It could be wrong.
I'm saying
he should know better. Explain to me what that means. Because
he knows that some of the shit he says is outlandish. And so when I say he should know better, I'm not trying to like discipline him. Like, oh, you should know better. Like he takes these crazy stances. I think, and it's my opinion, to just argue.
That's what I'm saying. Watch this. Watch this. And we can leave it there. Look. There's nothing outlandish, bro. There's nothing outlandish. It's impossible for some shit to be outlandish because anything you can say in life, there's nothing's outlandish, bro.
That's not true.
It's a nigga walking around right now with some titties, man. It's a dude walking around with some whole titties, bro. Let me finish, man. Let me finish.
What does that have to do with anything?
Listen, finish. It's our president used to talk to his constituents through Twitter. It's a whole staff of people that is hired to talk to. He used to go through Twitter, bro. We hired a president who had never been in any political office in his whole life, bro. We had people questioning whether our president was a legal citizen of the United States, and we know he's from Hawaii. Like, there's nothing out. I'm just going on this widely spread things that everybody knows sitting down. There's nothing that's outlandish. Cars park themselves. Okay. Women go and buy hair from other women to put it in their hair.
Wait.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean now?
I'm just confused.
Do you understand what I mean now?
I understand what JD is saying. I understand all the things that you were saying are facts. I don't understand what they have to do with. Oh no. Okay. What you're trying to represent is these things are outlandish, or those are things that people or some would think are, hey, this is crazy. So if these things can be happening every single day, then nothing is outlandish because all of these things are crazy. Is that
exactly? I'm saying that the realm of what we trying to, when you say somebody's stuff is outside the box or outlandish, all you're really saying is just outside of my box because it's somewhere else that's normal as fuck. Because what I'm saying is the things that are happening. I got you. Nice one. Can you get claps for that, man?
Nah, go ahead. Keep going. You was on wrong.
Man.
I don't feel like reaching towards the claps, man.
He don't have a box, but he's definitely in one. Keep going.
What I'm saying is,
me? So I am in the box. I'm in my own little room.
So what I'm saying is, if I like for let's talk about me. I ain't for nobody else. For me, two men. I mean, kissing on a man is outside of my box. I don't want to kiss men, but also, it's not outside my box to feel like they can do that. To other people, them doing that is a problem. It's outside their box. If for me, you know what I'm saying, doing this, whatever thing over here, like the box that we have amongst ourselves, the whole Roe versus Wade is somebody trying to say, you can't be, my box said that's bad, so you can't do it.
Exactly.
Gun toters are saying, people who want to have guns are saying my box says I should be able to do this. People who don't have guns are saying like, man, my box says this is wrong. It's an argument of saying, and what I'm saying is, so the outlandish part is like, is it really outlandish, or it's just like you feel like it's too so far, and you feel like that I fit in this box because we share things in common. I understand that, but we can share things in common, and I can still have this out the box take on this one thing, but we still feel the same right here. Now, the more a person gets outside that box and sees more things, they gonna understand that the box they was in had barriers, and then the person in the box gonna be like, man, you tripping because I seen you do this, that, then, and the other, or you used to do this. I'm like, yeah, bro, but I was in the box back then, bro. I'm out the box now. I know that this shit is stupid. I was right with you doing the dumb stuff or feeling the same way. I was like, yeah, faggot ass niggas over there when I was at a certain age, but now I'm outside that box and I'm like, okay, shit. So like, damn, yeah, we shouldn't even say that word. Not saying that you do. I'm just saying people, you know what I'm saying? People grow and you're supposed to grow out and see things differently. Some people grow and stay in their same box.
I agree with everything you just said.
So saying that I'm outlandish, you're saying that I have an outlandish take. It's been a lot of times when I've had outlandish takes, and then a month, a year, whatever, you gotta be like, damn, you said that shit was gonna happen.
Give me an example. You better not bring this bow and arrow nigga up either.
Well, I can say that too.
But that wasn't an outlandish take though.
Nigga, I said outlandish. Look,
that wasn't outlandish take though.
I said that if somebody comes in your establishment with a bow and arrow, they coming for business. That's.
But what did I say? But what did I say?
You said it'd be okay.
But what did I say?
You said you said, I wonder why he don't have a gun.
And then what did I say?
Then you said, but as long as he ain't brandishing it, it's okay.
All right.
But I'm saying
once he aims it, what does that mean?
Bruh, but when he come in the door with a bow and arrow, what he coming to do? It's 2022, man.
He's protecting himself, bro. So if I'm walking your establishment with my gun, what am I doing? I'm
tripping on you too.
Why you
this is a hair salon, brother. What you got a gun out for?
Man, niggas run up in hair salons every day, B.
You gotta say something crazy.
I'm not. I'm really not.
No, I'm saying
somebody walked in with a gun or a bow and arrow. Like, it's a problem.
Time out.
But okay.
If I own a business and I don't have the necessary signage that says you cannot have a weapon on premises, if you come into my establishment, if you're in an open carry state with your gun holstered, what can I say?
Why are you coming into this fish fry with a gun?
Holstered. Okay. If your gun is holstered, because I am pro gun, whatever. If you walked in the store with your gun holstered, no, I'm not going to say anything.
Exactly.
Now, am I going to keep my eye on you more so than probably somebody else? Sure. Absolutely. Now, if you walked in with your bow and arrow on your back, I'm probably going to make sure my gun is close by, because why do you have that?
Your weapon of choice is a bow and arrow. Now, if you walk in my store with either weapon drawn,
I'm not going to say, oh, you can't come in here and shop because you have your bow and arrow. But I'm wondering in my mind.
And I'm going to say you can't come in here and shop.
Why do you have that? So I'm definitely making sure my protection is close by, and I'm going to keep a close eye on you.
And I'm going to say,
if you walk in with either of those raised, we got a problem.
That's what all I said.
If you can't even come, like, and I want to move. I don't want to stay here because that was a very wild thing. But what I'm saying is, if you come in here with this, like, this is before it happened. I off the top of my head, I said, if you come with a bow and arrow, you come for the action. The next week, somebody came with a bow and arrow about the action. This life writes itself. It's not outlandish.
But that wasn't the first time that someone has walked in an establishment with a crossbow or bow and arrow and did that. This has happened before.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm telling you,
if you have a bow and arrow, you come for the action. But that's okay. So another instance.
I like that you're saying you're coming for the action.
Yeah.
You coming for the action, man. You ain't coming to play. You ain't coming over here to be like, I just want to get some gloves and I'm gonna get some.
So what kind of establishment are they coming in? Like, because if we coming in, I feel like
it was Target. Wasn't it like Target though?
You can't just come in Target with a bow and arrow.
It is odd. I will say that it is odd.
Okay.
A bow and arrow is odd. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I remember I had a take about Kanye West a long time ago, back when he was doing mixtapes. And I remember somebody was like, man, his voice funny, man. He ain't gonna blow up. I was like, man, this motherfucker is one true ghost. Oh, okay. At that time, it might seem, and it could be, it happens a lot of time.
But that's not an outlandish take, though, bud.
What you mean? If I'm telling you that this Casper the friendly ghost. Okay, if I'm telling you, for the people who can't see, she's blowing that, I don't know if that's hookah or magic smoke. I don't know.
No, I muted it because the last time you said it sounded like popcorn popping.
Oh, it's hookah.
No, it's a vape.
Have you ever looked up popcorn lungs before?
I know the song. Popcorn love.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a song, bro.
New edition, right?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
And I have cut back tremendously. FYI.
You had an R. Kelly take on Facebook that was a little bit outlandish, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah, nigga, yeah, you.
What I said about R. Kelly?
I don't remember. Come on, bro. You know I don't remember.
I don't remember either, bro.
You don't remember what you post?
No, I post a lot.
Who does? You post and you leave. Like, you step in, you put it, and you
and
go.
Sometimes I post.
But see, that was my thing because my question I've asked him before.
Oh, go ahead, keep going.
I asked him, I said, why are you posting these things? Because he's posted something before, and I've hit him personally and was like, why would you post that, bro? And you was like, because I knew they was going to react like that. And that'd be my thing, bro.
That's not what I said, bro.
Oh, we're talking about. So you don't remember what you posted a month ago or a month and a half ago, but you remember what you told me 2 years ago?
Watch this. See, this is what I'm saying. See, in your box, bro.
There's no box. Because I'm asking you why.
Let me finish. In your box, when you post,
I don't post.
You put it's something you put thought into it. That because you don't remember what you post. And what we're saying is that this is not something we deep thinking. This is just a second. Oh,
so you're saying when you post something that could be controversial about a guy who could be a child molester and a rapist, to a grouping of young ladies who feel strongly about child molesters and rapists, you're not putting any thought into it.
No, I'm talking about the second. Look, so you telling me what I'm saying is when you do things, bro, or not you, but when every action you make is not a calculated, I'm thinking about all the ramifications. This is a social media posting thing. Any post that's up there it's billions of posts to come up within tens of seconds. So if you feel like that post is that important, and that's how you feel, that this one comment is that important, or that's how they feel, or how anybody feels. But I'm like, this is something that's gonna be gone in 27 seconds, bro.
What was the post about?
I think that they were saying another R. Kelly documentary came out, right? So I was like, dang, man, you know what I'm saying? What about this other guy over here who has similar charges, but he's white? How come y'all beating the dead horse at this point, man? Like they making documentary after we reiterating what we already know about the same person. Like there's nothing new coming out of the situation, just knowing that he was a bad person and he did bad things. But then it ain't like that about Weinstein. It ain't that for Romanowski. It ain't that for these people. And these people is still revered in the business. So I'm like, why do we feel the need to beat the dead horse instead of going at the ones that we know have more influence, more money, and are still getting paid? And of course, that turns into you came for our kill. I'm like, no, I'm just asking, why is it that we want to be unified, but we didn't get that far, because once you say something against then if you're not in my box, then we can't even conversate. It's not just that.
I get that to a sense. Like we are, and when I say we, I mean our culture, our community. We are big to band together when it comes to beating down one of our own. But you're right, those others, they are still out there. He's still making movies, he's still making money. But at the same time, what R. Kelly did was disgusting.
Exactly. I'm just saying it's a bit like Weinstein did what he did to these women. He did what he did to these women, and he's a horrible person to everybody.
I think
hold up. He did what he did to Terry Crews, and what we say about him as a community. We didn't have on something for Terry Crews, even though he took what he took for the same reason the women did. They did what they did because they didn't want their careers to be hurt. He let him do what he did because he didn't want the career to be hurt. Oh, he a hoe, he a weak, he a punk. How you let the nigga do that to him? There was sympathy with Terry Crews in our community. You can Google it. Go look. You can go on Facebook, type in Terry Crews and Weinstein. You ain't see no brothers on there be like, man, that's wrong what he did to him. You gonna see brothers talking about, oh man, he weak. How this big old man let the little man do that to him? So like I said, because it don't fit in the box that we live in, I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about just how we relate to each other as human beings. If you outside my box, the same thing that happened to you could happen to me in the same exact way. But I'm gonna treat you different.
You're also you're also looking at the fact that you believe that everybody in our community is aware of what Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein did.
I would have to say I didn't know that he did anything to Terry Crews. Like this
now after Harvey Weinstein went to jail, Terry Crews came out and said he was at a party and an executive grabbed his piece in front of his wife, and he felt like he couldn't do anything. But the community also threw him under the bus because he didn't come to Gabrielle Union's defense when some fuck shit happened to her.
So you saying that because you saying that? Nah, bro. What they got to do with price thing in China, man?
But I think you missed the fact. You missed the fact that I said I don't think everybody in our community was aware of what Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein did. Like, so
I would agree. I don't believe because it wasn't as medialized as the R.
You can ask a grouping of people who Jeffrey Epstein is, and until he died in jail, no one truly knew who he was. But everybody in our community knew who R. Kelly was.
So what I'm saying is this:
because he was a great man. In the same sentence, I can say he was a disgusting man.
Yeah, but two things can be true.
I am able to separate the artist from the monster.
So speaking to what Dub said, I'm not saying that we did know or our community is aware of some of those things, right? But then what I'm saying is, so now we get to a whole new conversation. Like, okay, why are we unaware of the people who are deciding what we watch, the people who are putting the programming out? How come we're not aware of these people? So now it goes back to our community. Like, you got to say, like, so ignorance is the excuse?
It's not an excuse. There are a million people that are Marvel fans, let's say from our community, and they don't know who Kevin Feige is.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Do you watch Marvel movies?
I do.
Do you know who Kevin Feige is?
I don't.
Great. Perfect example right there.
Watch this. What's your favorite television show that you watch?
Ooh, I don't know.
Name your top 2, 3.
Who?
The top 3.
My top 3? Scandal. It's old.
Hold on. How about? Okay. Scandal's fine. Who's the executive producer of Scandal?
Shonda Rhimes.
Okay. Right now, who's the executive producer of Family Matters?
I don't know.
Who's the executive producer of The Fresh Prince?
Will Smith.
No, not the new one, the old one.
Oh, I don't know.
Wasn't it Barry Gordon?
No, it was Horowitz. Who is the executive producer of I'm saying is,
but what I'm saying is this though. But I'm saying you're missing the point. What I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying. You're missing the point. The point is, just because you enjoy a movie or you enjoy a music video or a record doesn't mean I know the backstory about the executives and all of that shit. So some people might not be aware of what's going on with those people. Like, shit, Dame Dash smacked the shit out of Harvey Weinstein for this shit when Paid in Full was getting recorded. And he got ridiculed for the shit, right? Like, that's part of the reason why they say Dame Dash is a horrible executive. Dame Dash slapped the shit out of Harvey Weinstein. Now, he did that shit 20 plus years ago, right? And what I'm saying is a lot of people...
So speak on it.
But no one knew. I didn't know. I didn't know when Paid in Full came out what Harvey Weinstein was doing. Did you know?
No, but watch this.
So that's what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. With the R. Kelly thing, R. Kelly was a prominent figure in our culture with his music, and it also was known that R. Kelly liked the younger girls. So
Since when?
At least 20 plus years.
Pissing on 15-year-olds, bro.
So once again, I go back to the same thing. So you telling me a story about this man being... Hold on, let me finish.
No, you let me finish.
I didn't finish my sentence.
What I'm saying, but you cut me off. We know he liked the young girls because a video came out of him pissing on Sparkle cousin or niece or whatever she was, right?
No. We knew he liked young girls, and it didn't really. The outside people didn't know until he married Aaliyah. You made it public. You married this 15-year-old girl, so you brought the public into it because, of course, everybody's like, "How is that possible? Who signed for her to be able to be married?" And then immediately it's like,
how old were you when R. Kelly and Aaliyah got married?
I probably was the same age as Aaliyah.
What grade was that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know I probably was
like 93, 92.
92, 93, bro. At that point, I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. That's like
when R. Kelly
like
married Aaliyah, bro, I was not aware of how old Aaliyah was or R. Kelly, my nigga. All I knew is
your box.
Nigga, all I knew was Aaliyah made music and R. Kelly made music, and this nigga was making best of both worlds after he married Aaliyah or whatever, bro. He still was doing business.
You just skipped 5-10 years, bro. You just skipped 10 years.
Did you not just hear me say I wasn't aware that she was underage? I didn't know,
I would have to agree. When Aaliyah first came out and he married her, I didn't realize she was 15 until it was like headline news because Aaliyah was grown up music.
Because, and the first album they did,
that she was so young until it made headline news. He married Aaliyah. Aaliyah is 15. If the news would have never said she was 15, how would we have known?
We wouldn't have known.
But we knew that.
You make an age number. She never said because I'm 15.
That's what I'm saying.
When he married Aaliyah, you knew she was underage at your age.
Everybody knows underage,
no,
bro.
Listen, people are telling you we didn't know.
No, listen. She just told you when the album came out, the news made a point of it because it was called Age Number. That's how it came out. Everybody was like, "Damn, this 15-year-old girl has married this 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old man." And the album is called
Middle School Dog. Didn't know none of. I wasn't paying attention to none of that.
That's you.
But you was. But you were.
That's what I'm saying.
So you were aware. You were aware R. Kelly was a pedophile.
Yes, bro. This
when
is
you
what
was
I'm
in
saying.
middle school.
This is what I'm saying. So that's in 94, 95. He gets caught on tape in 2000. We're talking about 2022. We've had so many instances in between that have his name attached.
He got caught on tape. We were still in middle school.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you telling me about another documentary about this guy in 2022, and I ain't got none about Weinstein. I ain't got none about these people that is.
Because you got to think about this. Look, think about this, JB. Here's. I
don't know if that's true though.
No, that is true.
Because you got a document about what's homie name, bro? They had to escape to go overseas. Roman Polanski. Am I saying his name right?
Polanski. Yeah.
You got a doc about him.
Here's the major difference that you're missing.
It's more than one, but go ahead.
Weinstein was raping and doing all this creepy stuff to women. R. Kelly was peeing on little girls.
Yeah.
That's why you don't hear about their stuff, because these women, while these are grown women, so they just felt like while I didn't want to do it, I was made to feel like I have to do it. And don't get me wrong, I assure you, most women, ask 10 women that's been in any industry, have they ever felt like they were put in a situation where they feel like, ooh, I may need to do this, or, oh, I feel uncomfortable in this setting in their workplace? I assure you, 10 out of 10 are going to say yes. Yeah. And most of them are not going to speak up because, again, they were made to feel like I have to do this, or let me not say nothing because while I know you've made me feel uncomfortable, I know if I say something, I'm going to jeopardize my job. So a lot of those women didn't come forward. They're not sharing tapes because they're embarrassed. That's why you don't hear about tapes and all this stuff coming up. And this is years later. R. Kelly was messing with children.
Yeah, but no,
children are going to talk because, first of all, in their mind, they just excited to be with him. So I'm going to put my friend.
I'm saying that
that's the major difference.
We had evidence. We had all types of. It was not a mystery or unknown that R. Kelly had an affliction for young women and young kids for at least 20 years. So when I'm saying it, we can try to date it, say this day we got this. No, I'm saying to the point to where he's coming out with songs about he's the Pied Piper. Like the only answer you can give is ignorance. You can say, well, I ain't know, or they didn't know, or we didn't know, or people didn't know. But 20 years of hints, and you be like.
Yeah, you go back and listen to all his albums. No, he been saying it.
If you missed the first one,
I told you, Book. Some people didn't know what the Pied Piper reference was. Everybody didn't know that.
The only answer is ignorance. I'm saying I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying the true.
But it goes with Epstein too, though.
Not knowing is ignorance. Right?
But what I'm saying is, and the point I was trying to make, and we can move on. The signs whatever R. Kelly. They were there with your homie that did the films overseas. They were there with Harvey Weinstein. That's where you get, and it wasn't just Weinstein. That's where you get the whole joke, the Hollywood casting couch. That's what it was. And then even when you talk about Jeffrey Epstein, bro, Jeffrey Epstein got convicted of messing with young girls in the late 90s, bro. When he was Trump's next door neighbor. So all of this stuff is there, but we as a community probably didn't know about Jeffrey Epstein, bro. The average black man ain't know about this.
And you know what? I think
Jeffrey Epstein.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because that's what I'm saying. That's not a part of our. Bro, there are white people who to this day, if you bring up Trick Daddy, man, they don't know who Trick Daddy is.
Does Trick Daddy write checks?
He write checks for some people, yeah.
Does he write checks? Does he control a multinational entertainment company?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm from this Trick Daddy. When Trick Daddy says, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that.
How many black people truly know who Leo Cohen is?
I asked you a question. When you cut me off before I finish. If Trick Daddy says, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that, how many artists across a whole genre are this ass out?
What does that have to do with someone from a different community knowing who he is?
This is what I'm saying. Because if you're telling me, like what I keep saying, if you're telling me that we are so unknowing about our world around us, that this person who runs the industry, this person who runs half of the entertainment industry, he makes all the movies, but we have no idea who he is. If you say we don't know who Kevin Feige is, because we at some point we have to figure out who these people are. And I'm not tripping with you. I'm just saying that the only answer is ignorance, and not ignorance in you stupid, you dumb, but ignorance and just not knowing. And
I can't know everything, though, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is, at what point do we say we have to know?
At what point? Of times in our culture, we grew up believing if it didn't affect me, it's not my problem. And I think it is not until just now where we are coming out of that, even growing up in our own households, it was, what goes on in our household stays in the household. And that's how you have so many people in the Black communities molested and raped by uncles and cousins and brothers and daddies, and nobody's saying anything, is because what goes on in the house stays in the house. Yeah. And if it's not affecting our family, then it's not our business. So we didn't look at what was happening in Weinstein's house or over these houses. It's just now that we are coming to realize what goes on in the community affects us as well. Yeah. So now we're taking a peek into those doors to see, oh, Weinstein was doing this. So I won't say it's ignorance. It's the way we were brought up. And now we have a generation of people who aren't thinking that way, who aren't thinking the norm, the other ways people, our elders before us grew up or trained us to be. You have now a generation of our culture who are saying, I'm not going to just say what goes on in this house stays in this house. If somebody's doing something, we speak about it. You have more of our culture speaking up. So now they are asking those questions. Who is Weinstein? Who is the other name?
And what I'm saying, and to speak on your point, and that's what I was saying from the get-going, I'm saying that I'm not trying to excuse anybody for their wrongdoings, but I'm also not going to, like you said, we have a culture of, this is not, my whole thing was like I said, why are we saying that we can have 27 things about this person, and now that we are opening our eyes to these people, now we at one point we didn't know who they are, but we know who they are, and we understand they have way more influence than this guy. This guy had influence as an artist, and he was a $1 million artist for a company with his ideas and whatever. But this guy is the guy who wrote the checks. This is the guy who's like, you can't be in this film. Oh, we doing this film.
You're talking about people who believe that we couldn't speak up to the person who wrote the check. Now we're making our own means to write our own checks, so we don't care. So now, we speak up and say, hey, don't do that, or hey, I'm not going to.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what all I'm saying is that, and it maybe came across a different way, but what I'm saying is that, okay, I respect the fact that we are able to identify the people in our communities who need to be worked on. In which way they get worked on, it is that's for experts to say. You know what I'm saying? But now let's say, okay, let's also identify the people in other communities who need to be worked on, who have had everlasting and huge impact on our communities. Because if all we do is just ostracize our own and then letting them continue to do what they do, that's all I was saying. This, because you had the same energy, man, for people who really fucking you over, man.
Let me ask you a question. What do you say about people from our culture who are gatekeepers, who are influencers, who have, I'm not going to say power, but who are those check writers as well? And they still did business with these people until it all came out. When I say it all came out, when it all came out to the public. Not when they knew about it, but when it finally hit the light of day, and now the public is aware of what Harvey Weinstein was doing or what R. Kelly was doing. And we had prominent members of our community or our culture, whatever you want to call it, and they still did business with these people until they were pressured not to.
I think for me, I think it goes back to that. I'll do it based on R. Kelly. I think for me, it was about that culture of what happens in our house stays in our house. R. Kelly was in our house. He was our person. So while we saw it 25 years ago, we hoped it would change. People kept it quiet because maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll change. And it wasn't until somebody spoke out. Now it's like, okay, well, yeah, I did see him. Because now everybody's saying, oh, well, we was in the studio and he did have his little girl in there. Why didn't you say something? Why? Okay. Because what went on in our house stayed in our house.
Now, you do have, like, DMX been said it. DMX told you straight up, I was supposed to do business with him. I went to the studio. I opened the door. He wouldn't come out. Why you got a bed in there? What is this in there? Nah, I'm out. I ain't fucking with this nigga.
Yeah.
DMX put him on blast.
But he didn't put him on blast.
He did, bro.
He didn't. No. He didn't work with him. He didn't put him on blast.
Exactly.
He just didn't work
blast
with him.
He didn't. No, he did not blast him. He said he right then decided, I'm not gonna work with you. He's like, I want to slap the shit out of him. And he said, I've been wanting to say something.
Oh, so I had it wrong. My bad.
But he didn't, because again, R. Kelly was in our house. He was our person. So while I see you nasty and I'm not gonna work with you, I'm also not gonna put your business out there because you make us all look bad because you are in our house. You are the Pied Piper. You are the one that nobody to this day can make music like you make. And you can say what you want to say about him. R. Kelly is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, the artist. So people didn't want to kill that part of him until somebody finally blew the whistle. And then it's like, oh, yeah. Back in the day, we was in there in 1999. He had this young chick on the sofa. But why didn't you reach out to the girl? Why didn't you? Because even DMX was like, yeah, this young girl, she's sitting on the sofa like she's scared. Why didn't you pull her out of there? Because it wasn't my business. I said, I ain't gonna work with you. It's not my business. Even Jay-Z said on tour, he brings girls. I'm trying to say. Out. So I cut the tour. What did he say? I cut the tour off. You didn't say, because Jay-Z could have been one of the first ones to say, this nigga's nasty. But what did he do? He cut the tour off because he didn't want to be associated with it. He didn't want people to think. Exactly. You see what exactly. So it's like,
and that's what niggas really don't want to admit. Niggas really be predators themselves, and they don't want to say shit because then the nigga might say, "Well, shit, nigga, I remember when you was preying on that 17-year-old, 16-year-old." Exactly. But that really be what it is.
What they try to say is, well, in Hollywood, 17 is really 30, but it's not.
That's the thing.
Yeah, think about it. Whenever somebody talk about like California people, but they're in California. Same thing they said about Kylie and what's his face. Well, but then she's from California, so
now,
it's like she's 30.
To be fair, to be fair, to be 100% fair, and be 100% fair. Now, there are some 30-year-olds who function.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
It does not. It doesn't matter if you 30 function like a 17-year-old. 30 is 30.
But there are 17-year-olds that function as like they're just like there's an exception to every rule.
No.
So you don't think there's 18?
Time out. Say what you're saying, Book. I want to hear what he's saying.
There are sections because there are people who at 15. Okay, watch this. Perfect symmetry, right? Watch this. If I'm 15 years old and create a cure to cancer, right? They're gonna be like, man, he had to have a mature mind. He had to have an elevated intelligence way beyond his years to do this thing. Not just because he's smart, but because it takes a maturity to be able to do these functions. You have to have. It takes doctors. It takes doctors who went to school so many years to be able to do these things. You have a mature, smart intelligence to do this, right? Nobody questions. They're like, oh, they're amazed at the age.
So
right?
Let me interject and ask you a question.
That does not only work. But that does not only work for one section.
So let me interject and ask you a question. Interject and ask you a question. So are you saying male or female? I can be 15 years old, and because I have a maturity level of, let's say, a 25-year-old, then that gives me the okay, or that gives that older person who's 30 the consent to be able to have sexual interactions with me because of my maturity level at that age. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that's what the state says.
I'm asking, is that what you're saying? We're not talking about the state.
Okay, what I'm saying is that
you don't believe that.
No, let me say it right. Let me say it right.
And this is why I say,
I can't finish because when you try to put your sauce on, I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not trying to put sauce on it.
I ain't said nothing yet.
I want to know.
I haven't finished talking yet.
No, let me just intervene here, and I want you to answer yes or no. I don't want no extra. Just a yes.
When I do this, I get in trouble. Let's see.
Watch this. Keep going. I'm gonna be.
Do you honestly believe that?
Do I believe that when I was 15?
No.
I'm going to tell you.
Or no. No.
Do I think when I was 15 that I could have had a full relationship with a 25-year-old woman? Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
You don't believe that?
I don't think
but that's not what she asked you though.
No. But I'm saying, are you telling me that at a 15-year-old can't
specifically?
That's what I'm saying. So if I can't put me in it, if I can't put me in it, right?
All I'm asking,
you don't think? Hold on. But I'm saying, let me finish. If I can't put me in it, you don't think it's somebody else that's way smarter and way more intelligent, way more mature somewhere else in the world?
Now, see, I gotta use this example, and I hope you don't get upset with me.
You know what? Let me do it. Let me do it. Because we'll see. We think.
I know what you're saying. The same thing. I know what you're saying.
You go ahead. You're a female. You go ahead.
Not because I'm a female. Because I have the same. We in the same boat, Jamie and I. Okay, let me just say this. Because your daughter is what? 13, 14. 14. Okay. And I would assume that she's as brilliant as you seem to be. Okay. I'll give you those apples today.
She's probably smarter, to be honest with you.
Her being brilliant at her 14-year-old self, I'm sure mature brilliance, right? You would be okay with a 30-year-old who's matching her brilliance having sex with her because she's so brilliant. At a 14-year-old self.
Now watch this.
No. Answer the question.
Let me answer the question.
No.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Yes or no.
But let me answer the question. You have to let me answer the question. I'm going to answer your question completely and fully. I'm going to
say
yes
yes or no first, then answer it?
No. I'm going to answer how I want to answer.
Well, see, why you got to do that?
Because it's my answer.
But we're asking you to answer a question yes or no.
That's called leading the witness. You can't make the witness say it the way you want to.
You just did that to me last week.
It was a yes or no question.
No, my answer is.
So your answer is no?
No, my answer is the way that y'all painting it is unfair. It's unfair.
No, it's not unfair. It's exactly
because
what you're saying.
Listen, because
no. Let me tell you why.
No. You can't tell me why because you are saying that there's a blanket for everybody, and it's not.
But you just put a blanket over it. You just talked about a 15-year-old that could cure cancer, and that's
not a blanket. That's specific. That's
and we're asking you something very specific. If you're 15, if the 15-year-old, hold on. We said if the 15, no, we said if the 15, we said if the 15 year because you're not. We said if the
I haven't answered.
We said if the 15-year-old is mature enough on a level of a 30-plus-year-old person, is it okay for that 15-year-old and that 30-year-old?
No, not that 15-year-old.
For my 14-year-old.
Oh,
so what I'm saying is,
I'm very specific.
Let me finish. Let me answer.
Okay.
I don't think that my 15-year-old is mature in that way.
That's not what I asked you. That's
what I'm telling you though.
But I don't think
No.
If my 15-year-old was mature in that way, and you would know it.
That was the question. I'm saying hypothetically, your 15-year-old is mature in that way.
Then what can I? If she
would be okay with her having with a 30-year-old.
If she was mature in that way, at 15. I believe that we would have understood that at 12. We would have had these conversations. We would have had to because if she's that mature at 15 and I say no, she gonna make it happen anyway, right?
That doesn't mean that you would be okay with it.
Well, I'm saying
that you would be okay with a 30-year-old who understands that while she is brilliant, she is still a child.
But you're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what you're saying is that because I'm 15 or because I'm a certain age, that dictates everything about me all the time. And I'm saying that that's generally true. It does.
I didn't say that at all.
Then if you're not saying that, then you have to be honest and say that there are people who are gonna fall outside of some cat. You have to get out the motherfucking box. Everybody don't fit in that same box. However, there's a box because you're saying that every 15-year-old is a certain way. That's not true. That's not true.
I'm not every 15-year-old is a certain way.
How was Mary?
I specifically said she was brilliant. I said
how was Mary?
Brilliant 14-year-old.
How was Mary?
Mary who? Mary J. Blige?
No, Mary who had Jesus. How was Mary? Jesus' mom. How was she?
I know you don't know.
She was a child.
So you Google it. You Google it and tell me how Mary was.
Well, talk about. Let me. How did we get here, though, my God? How did we get here, bro?
Because I'm showing you that even that
bro,
you can how old was Mary, bro? How was Mary?
And this is why. And even this.
How old was Mary?
This could be a bad example, but this is why. This is why I say. This is why I say. This is a perfect example, and I might be one to get wrong. This is not. Listen, this is a perfect example of when I say this nigga know better. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you why.
How, bro? How?
How
old was Mary?
This is 100%.
But you can't even tell me how old Mary was.
I don't know how. I don't know.
But I'm telling you, she was a child.
But we weren't asking you. We weren't asking you if Mary was smashing the 35-year-old. That's not.
But she was though.
And that's great.
That's what I'm saying. So how? So it doesn't apply.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is why, and I'm gonna let you cook. This is why I said he know better. Me and Book in our 20s were in the Galleria. We're walking. We ain't got no money, but we in the Galleria, chilling. A young lady approaches young James Bookie.
Yeah.
And propositions him.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what the first thing came out of his mouth was? I'll tell you, ma'am. He said, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
Because she looked young.
Okay.
And he looked at me like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "How old are you?" And she looked at him and said, "Old enough to get dick." So that A, let us know you ain't old enough. And B, that let us know, well, she might be mature enough to be fucking a grown man. But he had the wherewithal to say, you ain't gonna be fucking me. And we made a hard right away from the young lady who was underage and told Boog she was old enough to get dick.
That's my
so with that
morality.
Being said,
that's my morality.
Being said, to me it is predatory activity if I know I'm a grown ass man and I'm out here fucking with 15, 16-year-olds.
That's what you think. That's your box, bro.
No, that's some bullshit. That's your box. You can't tell. I don't care how mature. I don't care how mature you say a young lady or young male is at 15. If this is your child, and you find out that your 15-year-old child is having sex with a 26, 27-year-old, bro, it's over for that nigga, bro. And you can't tell me, that you wouldn't feel that way.
That's your box, bro.
I would say this.
That's your box.
When we talk about a 14-year-old who's intellectually brilliant, normally, and you can go check Google, because you like to Google, you can check Google. Normally, when you have adolescents who are intellectually brilliant, they are still childish mentally.
But what you said, because the first words you said, the word you repeated over and over again is what I'm saying you can't apply to this. The words you had to repeat, because you said normally, and we're not talking about normal. So how you can't tell me nothing about normal?
I will say, I will use myself as an example.
But are you normal?
I take myself out the normal box. That's why I said I use myself as an example. So as a young child, I was mentally more mature than the other kids around me, right?
Okay.
However, I'm sure my parents would have had a problem with some 30-year-old grown-ass man trying to get in my pants at 12 or 13. Now, mind you, I could hold up a conversation with a 25-plus old because I was mature enough to do so. Okay. But that didn't mean that he, as a grown-ass man, should go there. Period.
What I'm saying is I'm not saying that this is something that should happen. I'm just saying that this is something that does happen.
Absolutely. Every day it happens.
Hold up. Something that happens with the regularity in cultures.
We're not arguing that though.
Hold up. There are some women who are groomed from age 8 to be a bride at 15. Absolutely. There are some women in the United States who are groomed from their parents to know, hey, we live in this part of the world where it's very remote. You're probably going to meet the men around here are older than you. We have to put these type of ideals in you so you can know how to be a wife at 15, 16. We're talking about Arkansas. We're talking about Alabama. We're talking about Mississippi. We're talking about Georgia. We're talking about South Carolina. We're talking about Virginia. We're talking about West Virginia. We're talking about Montana. We're talking about Utah. We're talking about, I just named 10 states that you can go and get married at 14. So what you're saying is your morality level is here, and this is your box. I'm not disagreeing with your box, but I'm also saying I'm also saying that there are places in our society where this is the normal thing. So you saying that it's predatory? No, bro, you're thinking about it in the terms of how it works in your world.
You don't think that's predatory, bro?
I just told you that this is the way of life in certain parts of the United States.
That doesn't mean that it's not predatory.
Because
those girls, when they're able to get out those situations, they tell a story about how they were forced in, like you said, it's their way of life, but it's not the way of life that they want to live in. That's just the way of life. That's all they know. So they're forced into those situations.
What I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do. I'm also saying that there are you have unique situations and all different wakes, right? I'm not saying that I'll be okay with it. I'm not saying that I want that, but I'm also saying that, like I said at the beginning.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because for a minute
I didn't get a chance to say that. I didn't say because y'all kept cutting me off. I kept trying to say that every time I try to get there, y'all like answer yes or no. Answer. I'm like, I'm not going to answer yes or no.
I had got a little worried.
No, but what I'm saying is when you're asking me to answer yes or no, I'm not saying, we're not talking about me in particular. We're talking about how the world, how it works and how people relate. And I'm saying that now I don't want 15-year-olds to be hanging out with 25-year-olds. I don't want, to be, fucking on them either way. But what I'm saying is, if you don't think that there's more than if it's more than the 10 or 20% of the 15-year-olds that's fucking 25-year-olds across the board, then what world do you live in? Like, what high school did you go to?
We didn't say
what high school did you go to?
We didn't say that. We're saying it's predatory activity.
But I'm saying is
the niggas who
you can't rape the women, bro. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? The niggas who roll by middle schools, picking up middle school age girls in their car, and the niggas who drove by Worthing High School because they was 25 with a job, and I had my 87 LTD to Valley Road. Yeah, them niggas was predators, my guy. There's no way around it, bro.
No.
What you mean, no?
No, why? Because I'm saying
you 25 picking up a 17-year-old, 16-year-old.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is that the 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old at Worthing was not oblivious to that 25-year-old.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, bro. The 15-year-old girl who the 15-year-old
what you mean it don't matter?
The 15-year-old girl who falls in love with the nigga with the car and the rims, and he happens to be 25. Yeah. It's more responsibility on him than her, because he's the adult. He should know better.
So she don't know better?
She might not. Honestly, she might not.
Why? So why is everything you're saying have to do with what he knows and nothing about what she knows?
She knows better.
She knows better.
She could.
One, two. Hold up. Two.
As the adult, why am I 25 trying to holler at a 15-year-old?
Why am I 15-year-old hollering at an adult?
I don't care. I'm asking you, why as a 25-year-old am I trying to holler at a 15-year-old?
She knows better.
She knows better too, bro.
Good, but still.
Okay,
why are you taking blame off of the fucking adult, bro?
I'm not.
At 25,
he's guilty.
Why am I even trying to holler at a 15-year-old?
Okay, watch this. He's guilty, but she's guilty too.
Okay, that's correct. I agree.
So once again, what I'm saying is that
better. She knows better. We know.
Why her friend said no and she didn't.
Girls, we know better.
Exactly.
So we think like, oh, well, I'm gonna see which one I can get. Which one's gonna take the bait? And when you take the bait,
so hold on. You heard what she said? You heard what you just said, bro?
I 100% heard what you just said.
When you hear what she said, there's no way in the world you can call that guy a predator if you heard what she said. I
100% can because
how? Because she just said who gonna take the bait?
Man, bro.
What is bait,
bro?
What is bait, bro?
13, 14, that's the way you think it.
At 25, at 25, at 25.
But you don't listen to words like I listen to words, bro.
Nigga, I listen to words exactly how you listen to words, but I ain't trying to cop pleas for 25-year-old niggas trying to holler at 15-year-olds. I ain't making shit up, nigga. If you are a 25-year-old dude or female and you are preying on a 14 or 15-year-old, you on some fuck shit. Straight up. And that's just me.
I'm going to ask you a question. How can I prey on something that's baiting me?
Because
you put yourself in let her answer first. Go ahead. Let her answer first.
I'm going to see why. Because as a young or adolescent girl, like they are first coming into their own feelings and bodies, and they just want to be seen. They just want somebody to make them feel good, make them feel like they are the best or the prettiest or whatever. Mm-hmm. So these 25-year-old men who are thinking with an adult mind, they know that they feeding on that. So while she knows, hey, I'm too young for him, he's also telling her these things that she want to hear. So 9 times out of 10, she didn't lie about her age. And if she did, she may only added 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
As the grown person, you have a little bit more sense, or should be.
Okay.
To say,
I'm with you.
No, we're not going to go there. I'm not going to go there with you. Because this young child.
You didn't answer my question,
for a reason. She's never going to say stop.
But you said what you Dub, your turn. I want you to answer because I asked how can I prey on something that's baiting me in? That's what I asked her. Now I'm asking you. Asking you, Dub.
Now would be the time to implement that statement because you should know better.
But what I'm saying is,
that's why I kept saying he should know better.
Only I know better. Only I know better. You know better.
No, not you.
I thought you wanted me to told Dub the same thing. But you told Dub the same thing.
What you mean? She told me the same thing.
She said. When you was telling me I should know better, you was saying you should know better. So now in the same thing, like she tried to tell me I should know better. So she should know better too.
What are you talking about? The nigga.
I'm right, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Book. The nigga who was driving by.
He wrong.
Dick Dollar Middle School.
He wrong. He wrong.
Hollering at the 15-year-old who being grown on the corner.
Get over that, bro. He wrong. Get over that, bro. He wrong.
It ain't nothing to get over.
That
my nigga, it ain't nothing to get over. What are you talking about?
But see, if he wrong,
said he was wrong. He said he was wrong.
You're asking me how can you be a predator if you're being preyed on as well? Is that what you're asking?
But if he wrong, then she wrong.
We said both wrong.
She is absolutely
both wrong, man.
The difference is.
There's no difference.
It is a difference. The difference is she is a victim because as a child, you are acting in childish ways. And you don't, as a child, you're not thinking about the repercussions that could happen to him if this goes public. Because 9 times out of 10, she is telling all of her friends, anybody that was listening about this guy, about his age, the fact that he picked me up in his ride. I guess he's not telling his friends.
When you stop being a child?
When you put away childish things. A 14-year-old is not putting away childish things.
Hold up. Why not? Hold on. Let me finish.
Because they are still a child.
Hold on. So you're saying that because I'm 14, I can't put away childish things. So
that's
you're saying that. Okay. I'm just saying.
I said she hasn't put away childish things.
Okay. I'm agreeing with you.
Megan is childish. It's very childish for her to think that it's okay to sleep with this 25-year-old.
Okay,
that's she's still childish.
I agree with you, right? So I'm asking you, what age do you stop being a child? When you stop putting away child things?
There's no certain
so it could be 21.
It could be 50 or 45.
It could be 45. So see, because what I'm saying to myself, I'm thinking, well, science tells me one thing and life tells me something else, right? Science tells me 24, 25 is when you technically stop having, when your brain stops growing, or your brain is mature.
Right.
Now your brain is fully mature at 24. That's like saying your brain, you hit puberty. Not saying that you stop growing. You just reach a place where you're mature, where your brain's matured. So a 23-year-old and a 17-year-old, both of their brains are immature, right? A 22-year-old, a 22-year-old and a 14-year-old brain both immature, right?
Yo.
Yes or no?
You literally just I'm confused as to how you want me to answer that because you literally just said, okay, your brain don't mature until 24 or 25. But then in the same sentence, you turn around and ask me, is the 17-year-old brain mature?
It's not.
It's not.
So and the reason why I said
if your brain is mature at 24 and 25, and you know this 17 to 15 to 14, 13, 12-year-old brain is not mature, that's why they are the victim, because they are not mature enough to make those type of decisions. And when you come with a sexual relationship, those are mature decisions that are being made, because when you're not, that's when you have the 15-year-old who's keying your car and throwing stuff out your windows because they are.
Yeah, stop that right there. Because I never seen the worst. I've never seen the worst car vandalism from women to men until I got to college. And them all 18 plus women. Sometimes it was gangs of them.
Brain don't mature till 24, 25. Now, brain maturity and heart maturity, two different things.
So now we judging the heart as a parameter.
Let me just say this. That heart will make you do some things that your brain will always tell you not to do.
But that happens to 50-year-old men. Women, that happens to 50-year-olds. So what are you talking about?
That's why I said the heart will make you do some things that your brain is like, don't do that.
And so my point for the whole conversation was not to big up or give props to any kind of molestation or saying it's okay. Make
that very, very clear, because I would hate for your listeners to think otherwise.
They wouldn't think that, because what I'm saying is I keep making the point to say that the thing I'm talking about is these boxes that we put. We have a box in our brain about 18. We have that 18 box or that 21 box. Oh man, when you 21 this, when you 18 this, When that don't make nothing. That don't make no sense, because a 14-year-old, 18-year-old sometimes have the same mind frame.
They're still kids. About everything. I have a 21-year-old. They're still kids.
That's what I'm saying. So saying a 14-year-old and a 30-year-old is a stretch. I agree. But I'm saying a 14-year-old and a 22-year-old or a 23, man, you're like, man, you don't like it. But then it's really it's very much about the situation and not just a blanket statement, because there are some 15-year-old kids who are taking care of their business on levels that I could never do it right now. And I'm talking about mature wise, intellectual, what you call it. And there's some 50-year-old men who can't do nothing right, or you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the mental brain power. I'm talking about just their maturity levels. That's why they end up in jail. Like there's a lot of people in jail who are immature because they don't. It's what I'm saying is, like I said, and as I premised the very first, I was like, I'm just being fair to the conversation, because just harping on one side of the conversation sometimes makes it seem like I don't understand. For me, that I don't understand that there are exceptions to rules, because when you're exception to the rule, either one of you guys, you wouldn't want to be looped in if it's something positive or something like, well, all black women, they can't do this. Like, hold up, most of them can't, but I can. Or all black men do the XYZ. And you're like, well, a lot of them do, but you know what I'm saying? There are exceptions to rules, and it might be very prominent. It might be like something that you think is okay, or that you know what I'm saying?
I definitely get there are exceptions to all rules, but when it comes to
going to Hollywood,
the predatory sexual with little kids, that exception is very thin.
It's thin, but also very, very thin. The words maybe you're just a bad lawyer, because if you tell me, if we're in court and you tell me about I had bait for you, you can no longer call me a predator once you say you got bait for me. How you gonna bait a predator? How is the wolf? How is the? That's what I'm saying. How can the rabbit bait in the vulture to kill him?
If I'm in court, and they say the 15-year-old
you took the bait because you were a predator.
The 15-year-old was baiting me on the corner in front of the middle school. They're gonna ask me, why the fuck was I in front of the middle school trying to pick up girls anyway? I'm still a predator, bro.
Well, if I say I'm driving down the street,
doesn't mean that you're not a predator. You're a predator because you took the bait.
It's like the niggas who get caught with the bait card, bro.
No, it don't mean because predator.
No, just because the police set up the bait truck with the 22s in the back with the hood up doesn't mean I can then go steal the rims, bro. No.
Yeah,
I'm a criminal.
You're right.
And I got caught with the bait.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, I think that when I say the word bait in that instance, I mean like I'm not taking it. And when I say the bait part, I don't mean that they're not predators. I just mean that if it's me and you telling me that we're both trying to get some out of each other, then we both have fault. We both share fault.
You know what? And I think
Dub keeps saying it's no fault in women. The women have fault too.
Whoa. I never said that.
You insinuated it. I never insinuated. Maybe I was wrong.
What I said was the adult. I think the adult should have more responsibility.
I would agree. Yeah. I agree that those should have more responsibility. But as a woman who was once a young girl who let's not use the word baited. Let's use a different word.
Don't try to change it.
You can't. You really can't bait a nigga that's looking for it though.
I mean, you can.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know what
I can't, bro. I can't. If I'm out looking for random females at 1:00 in the morning, I'm not being baited by a young lady that's on the corner at 1.
No, you know what? Let me say this. I'm going to say this because I think a lot of times we don't hold ourselves accountable as women, and I will say as young, I would say probably as young as 12. I remember saying I was 16 and could easily pass for 16 because I could hold a mature conversation. But at the same time, did I know that I was telling these people I was 16? Absolutely. Did I know that was probably wrong? Absolutely. Did I have to be accountable for it? No. Because at the end of the day, the adults should hold a little bit more responsibility.
Yeah. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying that
there should have been some accountability on my part as well because I knew better.
Yeah, both parties are wrong.
Now, should I have gone to jail? Probably not.
Oh no, because you said that because it's you. But if you think if that was your son and if that was your son and some girl told him that she was 16 and he was 18 and she was 13 and she's like now they like it's that story where you're like hold up he ain't know you gonna put him in
no I'll give you an example.
How come she don't go to jail? She lied.
I have a cousin and I can talk about it because it's public record. You can look it up and Google it, but he's in jail right now. 55. He got 55 years. So at the time he was 27. The girl he was with was 12. She said she was 16. Either way, he picked her up from the neighborhood pool. You knew better.
From the pool? You can't swim in the pool when you 18.
Look.
Okay, how about I said 13 and 18 for a reason because 18 is considered an adult and 13 is a minor. But a 13 could say but if he was 18 and 16, it wouldn't be a problem. That 2 year whatever.
He said he was 16.
Oh, yeah. Say, well, I'm not talking about the nigga that's wrong. It's about the nigga that was right now. Come on now.
See, so that's what I'm saying.
But you're talking about the who, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no right or wrong.
But see,
it is right. It's right because if I don't know, if we 18 or 16, I think we just switch call it, right?
No, but here's what I'm saying with some of the accountability was. His mom was in the court trying to say, well, she was fast. You know, she was throwing herself at him, which she was.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you were 27, she was 12.
But he lied, though.
You knew better. But
he lied.
He lied. She lied.
I'm saying that if I'm 18 and she's 13, but she tell me she's 16, right? So that means that she's a minor and I'm an adult. If we 18 and 16, nobody has a problem. It's nothing. There's nothing. So you telling me I still gotta go to jail for that? Like, and I ain't know?
Unfortunately, because of the law, yes. Yeah, so I would think I 16 and 18.
But she really 13 though. If she was 16, it's no problem. But if she's 13, I'm not gonna say
it's no problems. Even at 16 and the person is 18, it still can be an issue. But what I'm saying is, I think as
both adults, bro, because you started being an adult at 15 in Texas, bro.
What?
Like, yeah, and crime.
What?
Yes, crime wise at 15.
We ain't talking about crime. That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's a crime. Statutory rape is a crime.
All right, bro. You got it, bro.
Okay. No. I see what you're saying. Because if she is
go to jail for statutory rape,
then why is she not being accountable and going to jail for baiting this 18-year-old?
I'm saying, I'm saying if you 16 and 18, this is what I'm saying. Talking about crime, the only reason we're going to jail is because of the crime, not because I'm 18. And the crime is statutory rape.
So if she's baiting him at 15, she should be held accountable and charged for baiting
and go to jail, right?
And go to jail.
I do agree there should be some consequences if she's doing that. I agree.
Yeah. That's all I was saying.
I also agree if I'm 18, 19, 20, I shouldn't be trying to holler at 13, 14, and 15-year-olds.
If I shouldn't, but if I don't know.
Why don't you know?
It's one thing.
I'm not that mature. I'm a kid. I'm mature. I'm immature.
Fuck that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's one thing. No. It's one thing. Listen to what I'm saying. It's one thing. Let's say if I'm in a club. Let's say if I'm in the banging club, you got to be 18 and up to get into. And I meet this young lady in the club. I spark a conversation and we go do the do. I'm thinking in my mind, it's a club. It's 18. We all adults. She got a fake ID. I get it. Now
you should know better, bro.
I should know better.
Yes, you check it twice, man. You should know better.
You're right. You're probably right.
But her ID.
That's crazy. No, right? I'm not right. But I'm talking crazy. That don't make sense.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you were being a responsible adult.
No, it don't make sense.
I with you on that because if she got in with a fake ID, she showed you that fake ID.
She should be accountable.
18 plus, she should be held accountable.
But if I know I'm preying on someone underage, regardless of if she's trying to hit me as well, me being the adult, I should know better.
Right.
That's at no point in this conversation have I ever said that the adult is not at fault. Only thing I've said in this conversation repeatedly is that the morality point of it makes us want to punish the adult heavy, but the child, the young person, is just as at fault as the adult because they know better. They know better too.
In some cases,
in a lot of cases, you don't think what's her name? Melissa Presley knew about Elvis. She don't think she knows that Elvis is this grown person when she meets him. She don't think.
In some cases, there are some cases where they just flat out raped. That's not cool.
And I know they are, and they're like I was. We're talking about Hollywood to go back to the very beginning. So we can put a button on this. In Hollywood, they're usually put in more adult-like positions at an early age because they have to deal with contracts and agents and dealing with money. So their maturity level jumps quicker. So 16, 17 in Hollywood is totally different from 16, 17 in Third Ward in Sunnyside and South Union.
I would agree.
Not because of what they deal with. Not saying that it's better or worse. I'm just saying the maturity level on certain things is probably like that. Is different, and I'm gonna end it on that. Trying to make me out.
I feel like I should clap for you or something. I'm not sure.
I never get claps, man. I never get claps, man.